Hello, everybody. Today here I have the honor to host Dr. Sasmit Patra here for this talk. So first of all, Dr. Patra, thank you for being here with us. Let me mention that Dr. Patra is a two-term member of the Rajya Sabha and has a background in law. So today, first of all, Dr. Patra, I would like to ask you, what is a typical day in the life of a parliamentarian? I mean, I am quite intrigued. How do you engage with the economic policies and the legislative work of the parliament?
I believe a lot of research goes into it, a lot of understanding of how things really work out. Economy, politics, parliament are, they change very rapidly on a daily basis. So therefore, to keep track of that, you have to be very informative. You have to keep track of what's happening across the world, not only within India. And then, of course, as a parliamentarian, we have our roles and responsibilities with the constituencies that we are from. Apart from that, we have our own professional lives. So therefore, it's quite a handful when you really look at it in terms of work. But what makes it meaningful is the impact you make to society. I think that is something that really keeps parliamentarians going.
I mean, I'm sure the work-life balance would be difficult to maintain, but I mean, at the end of the day, that is how you go on about it.
See, every professional life, Anmolji, is about work-life balance. So whether you're a politician, a parliamentarian, a lawyer, a business school professor, everyone has their own limitations and their own pressures. One learns to deal with the time management more than probably run after it.
I mean, that is something we as law students would like to learn, how to deal with assignments, at the same time do presentations. So I think that is one thing then we can learn from you.
So, how has your experience in participating in parliamentary debates shaped your approach to teaching and engagement in the classroom setting?
It's made it more practical. It's made it more real. Many times what happens when you're a professor and you've been on the side of only academics, you don't realize the realities of the profession per se. Or let's say, for example, you're a parliamentarian, then you get to know about many other facets of society which you were earlier not aware of. And that helps you to be more humble. That helps you to bring all those experiences into the classroom. And that helps the classroom engagement and teaching more meaningful.
So from this, what I'm getting is that your engagement in the classroom is more real world based and more hands-on learning as compared to something that would be more textual. So how do you think that would help students once they, get into the job market?
I think for students, it's kind of a rude shock. Many times, like for example, I used to teach business school graduates earlier when I had not done industry, but after I've done industry, I came back into classroom and I would explain to them that life is not as rosy as you look. Similarly, with law graduates, when they say that we want to do litigation, I'd say that when you walk into litigation the first day into court and you stand among 500 lawyers inside the Supreme Court, you feel very tiny. So it's like a rude shock. So therefore, sometimes it also helps to bring realism into the classroom rather than only a sense of euphemism. It should be. You need to be euphoric, but at the same time also more realistic. And I think realism is something that really drives me into the classroom now with the experiences.
I think I can relate to what you just said, because when I went to my first internship, I could see that whatever we've been taught in class has a wider application, and the way you go on about it is entirely different. And that point about realism is very true, because we have been doing legal realism as a part of our course, and we understand that how it's not just textbooks and bare acts how the court works, but rather how the court works in a different sense. So I think I can actually relate to that point personally.
So thank you so much for being here today. It's been an absolute pleasure to be in conversation with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.